It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. Brought to you by Washita Valley Respiratory Care and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. He is acknowledged as a founding father of American cinema and the most commercially successful producer-director in film history. The movies of Cecil B. DeMille were distinguished by their epic scale and by a cinematic showmanship. Cecil Blount DeMille was born in Ashfield, Massachusetts on August 12, 1891, but grew up in New York City. He began his career as a stage actor and later moved to writing and directing stage productions, some with Jesse Lasky, who was then a vaudeville producer. DeMille's first film, 1914's The Squaw Man, was also the first full-length feature film shot in Hollywood. Its interracial love story made it commercially successful, and it first publicized Hollywood as the home of the American film industry. The continued success of his productions led to the founding of Paramount Pictures with Lasky and Adolph Zukor. During the 1920s, he became renowned for his biblical pictures, The Ten Commandments and The King of Kings. When talking pictures were invented later in the decade, Cecil B. DeMille made a successful transition and offered his own innovations like devising a microphone boom and a soundproof camera blimp and popularizing the camera crane. His first three sound films were for MGM, but they were not successful, and in 1932, he returned to Paramount at the request of Jesse Lasky, and turned out more successes like The Sign of the Cross and his version of Cleopatra. On the radio, he headlined Lux Radio Theater, a stint that ended in 1945 due to his ongoing battle with the American Federation of Radio Artists. He sued the union for reinstatement but lost. He then appealed to the California Supreme Court and lost again. When the AFRA expanded to television, DeMille was banned from TV appearances, but he was only allowed to appear on TV to publicize a movie. Also, he never worked in radio for the remainder of his life. After more than 30 years in film production, Cecil B. DeMille reached a pinnacle in his career with Samson and Delilah, which became the highest-grossing film of 1950. The year he appeared as himself in the noir classic Sunset Boulevard. Along with biblical and historical narratives, he also directed films oriented toward neo-naturalism, which tried to portray the laws of man fighting the forces of nature. During the 50s, he had even more box office hits, like The Greatest Show on Earth and his remake of The Ten Commandments. By this time, age and health were catching up with him. Due to his frequent heart attacks, DeMille asked his son-in-law, actor Anthony Quinn, to direct a remake of his 1938 film, The Buccaneer, on which he served as executive producer. But the film was a box office disappointment. Cecil B. DeMille suffered yet another heart attack on January 21st, 1959. This time, it was fatal. He was 77 years old. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me every Monday through Friday morning for Trivia Tracks on Fox Sports Camden 97.1.